Hey. Hi, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my channel. I have put off this video for so long because I'm so scared of y'all's reaction and how y'all are gonna feel. Also, my acne is on go and we're just not gonna talk about it. Also, just a fun little update. I got my nose pierced yesterday. So I guess we'll just start with 10 months ago, last time y'all saw me. Last video I made was a college softball game day. Basically, I used to play softball. I played at West Georgia Tech my first year, freshman year. They cut the athletics program. I made a video about that. And then I ended up transferring to this place called LaGrange College. And yeah, it just seemed like my next best option, and I did it. It wasn't that far from Carrollton, which is where I was before. And so it just seemed logical to me. At first I was like, you know, this is a lot. It's a lot. It felt a lot like high school. But I was like, I'm gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna try it out, and I'm just gonna really try to like it here. So I ended up like just going completely out of my comfort zone, and I joined a sorority. Wow, look! I don't look like I should be in a sorority. Like, it's just, it wasn't me, but I was trying my best to fit in. So I joined a freaking sorority. I became social chair of my sorority. I was hanging out with these people that I just really did not fit in with, but I was trying so hard because I was like, I want to like it here. I really do. I really do. I guess we're just gonna get into it. I had a roommate there. I wasn't very fond of her, but whatever. You know, that just kind of was like a cherry on top type of deal. But altogether, I just absolutely hated it. I had no friends. Like, straight up, I had no friends. Like, if y'all have ever heard of LaGrange College, like, it's a private university and it's just like very, very small. The campus is very small. There's literally 4 fraternities, 4 sororities. Like, it's just, it's like high school. It's such a clique type of vibe, like, and I hated high school. Like, it just was not a good mix, but I tried to make it work. It just got to a point where I was leaving, like, every day. I would leave every day to, like, go stay with someone in Carrollton, and then I would come back, like, for school at, like, 9 a.m. the next morning. But I would leave for the night because I was literally like, I just don't want to be here. I literally would be on the phone with my mom at, like, 2 in the morning, just crying, being like, Mom, like, I hate it here. I literally hate it here. I just want to get out of here. I want to come home. I don't want to be here. I would sit in, because I lived in a dorm. I lived in a freshman dorm as a sophomore. That in itself was really irritating, but I couldn't get out of it. So I had to share a room with somebody, and we had RAs, community shower, community bathroom, whatever. Maybe some people like that. I don't like that. So I would literally, I shared a room with this girl. So I didn't want to sit on the phone with my mom crying at 2 in the morning while she's trying to sleep. So I would go sit in the stairwell of the dorms and just cry to my mom and be like, bitch, come get me. I literally, so my parents paid for like a meal plan, because we had like a caf. It was called the caf, and it was just like the dining hall basically. And I ate in there a total of maybe like 2-3 times because I had no one to go with. I was like, I don't want to roll up in there by myself and sit at the table by myself. If it's like a big university, like whatever, I'm never gonna see those people again. I don't even know who they are. I knew of everybody, and everybody kind of like knew of me. And so I was like, I don't want to be seen like eating by myself. Like, it just felt very high school. And in high school, I used to like not go to lunch because I had no one to sit with. And I love social situations, but I hate the ones that I'm put in unintentionally. So I was like, if I don't have to do that, I'm not going to do that. And I basically like drained my parents' bank account last year because I ate out all the time. I was always going to Carrollton or I was coming back home. It was just like, oh my god. So I actually have this note on my phone, but I have a list on my phone. I'm gonna show y'all really quickly because it says some like a pros and cons list. And then from January 8th, 2020, I have a long ass like, to burp, bitch. I have like a long note to my mom and dad. This part I don't talk about ever. Because of my roommate situation, it was so bad. I literally hated her so much. We just didn't get along. We were in 2 very different places, 2 very different personalities. Not to say she's a bad person, not to say this or that about her, but we just were not compatible. I had to go to the freaking counselor like multiple times because I was like, I'm done with this. Like, I am not living in a room with her anymore. And I actually had found out there were people in the dorms. So it was 2 to every room. Everyone had to have a roommate. I found out there were people in the dorms who did not have roommates and who were living in private rooms for free. I ended up getting my own room. I don't know how. End of the day, I got my own room, and I actually started to be like, I was a little happier. I was like, okay, I might like it here. I have my own space, my own area. I'm the type of person, I like to be alone. It's like my favorite thing to do. And then I slowly realized, like, I still don't have friends. I'm still being, like, pretending to be somebody that I'm not. So then this crazy thing called COVID-19 happened, and I had to come home because they were like, everyone's being sent home, blah, blah, blah. So in March of 2020, I got sent home because of COVID. We all did. And after being home for a few months, I was like, I'm not going back. I don't know. I ended up staying home. I moved out in August of 2020, and I live in a house with amazing people and have my own dog, and he's the light of my life, and I'm very happy overall. Getting into the softball portion of that, I did have to sacrifice like playing softball ever again at that level in order to come home and work and do what I want to do. I am not a student right now. I'm taking the semester off because I wanted to. There's no other reason than I wanted to. I'm now working like full-time basically at Olive Garden. I'm a server now. I be carrying trays and shit. It's kept me very financially stable. I don't ever have to worry about money. I can actually work now because I don't play softball. I can work now. I can provide for myself. I can pay my rent, pay my bills. I don't have to drain my parents' bank account all the time. Like, at some point I just had to realize, like, there's things that are more important than softball. My mental health being one of those things. I need to start like building a foundation for my future, and being happy is one of the biggest like building blocks. I don't want this to sound mean for anyone who's from LaGrange watching this. It's just my personal experience with the place. I think that leaving that place has been the best decision I've made in my life. My camera died, so I'm on my phone now. That was dead, but it's charged now. The funny part is, I don't want to joan on my old sorority. I'm not going to. I'm sure I'd probably actually get in trouble for doing that. But I basically paid for my friends by joining a sorority, and I still didn't have friends. Tell me how that works. I freaking love softball to the ends of the earth. Like, it is probably the biggest game changer in my life. Like, it shaped me into who I am. Like, I love it so much. I think about it all the time. I literally have dreams still where I'm like playing softball, and I'm like, I wake up the next day and I'm like, should I try again? Like, I don't want to think about the fact that I lost the biggest thing in my life off a decision I made. I don't remember my last at bat. I don't remember my last ground ball. Like, I don't remember my last out, and that kind of breaks my heart. Like, I wish I would have known. Like, my last game, I don't really remember it. I didn't ever think I was like the best on the field, but I always had the heart for it and the passion. Shut up. I think some people are gonna think I'm being dramatic, but for like the longest time, softball was my entire life. And I know that sounds like everyone says that about their sport, but it really was that. Like, that was my only personality trait for a really long time. One of the biggest things that kept me from quitting was my dad. Both my parents have been really supportive. Sorry, I didn't mean to freaking cry. That was disgusting. That's why I don't be talking about it, and that's why I haven't posted in so long. Because I'm like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't want to miss anything, but I also don't want to say too much. And it's just, it's been a long, like, argument in my head with myself. But regardless, at the end of the day, like, I miss you guys. Like, I miss making videos. And if you were only here for the softball content, like, I get it. Like, that shit was, it was golden while it lasted, but now I'm, like, actually an adult. That shit sucks. Happy but sad. I'm only sad when I talk about the fact that I, like, kind of gave up on my dream. I still want to make videos. And if y'all want to watch them, y'all can, or something like that. I felt like y'all deserve to know. I broke my silence. Let me stop being annoying. No, I finally, like, had the balls to tell y'all. I have been so scared to tell y'all. Also, I have an eyebrow slit now. I don't know if y'all have noticed. I got bored over quarantine and I cut it, and I've been cutting it ever since. And then I'm a scanner girl. I'm an e-girl. I didn't really make an outro to this video, but I just want to tell y'all I love y'all, and I miss y'all, and I hope y'all miss me too or something. But I'll see y'all next time I see y'all. If there's any videos y'all want to see, and it can be softball related, she can still play softball. Crazy, right? Just let me know. If there's anything y'all want to see, let me know.